Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday Eve. I don't know how we got to Thursday already, but we have. I am super excited to be with you today. I have some amazingly cute things to share with you. Um, and I just appreciate you being here. I hate that Facebook is having issues today and I'm not able to broadcast to YouTube and Facebook at the same time because it seems like quite a few of you find me there instead. So I'm trying to push past that and just get on with this, and I'll post to Facebook. I'll post the replay to Facebook. Um, so my name is Michelle Salcho. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middle Tennessee, and I am glad that you are here with me today, or if you're finding me today, I appreciate it. There's lots to share with you, so I'm going to get the camera off my face and show you what's on my desk. So the first thing I want to remind you of is the perfect partners. There are 6 stamp sets that in the catalogs, either in the annual catalog or the mini catalog, these stamp sets appear without dies. But for September only, they have dies available with them. And this promotion is called Perfect Partners. And there's links are posted in my newsletter and on my blog to these because I don't want you to miss out. These are amazing. In fact, I should have done a project with one of them today, and I just have to apologize for that up front. I had a blast playing with the Scotties and the Witches, and I didn't stop. Anyway, the Apple Harvest bundle, the Apple Harvest stamp set, this is in the mini catalog. Fresh Cut Flowers is in the annual catalog. The Birthday Piggy, This Birthday Piggy, is in the annual catalog. Trimming the Tree, this is amazing, guys. This one is in the annual catalog. Waterfall Canyon is in the annual catalog, and then Yeti to Party is in the mini catalog. So 2 from the mini, 4 from the annual catalog. We played with the Yeti a few weeks ago and made a birthday card for my oldest son, and that was pretty fun. These little piggies, I so want to play with them. There's just never enough time, is there? It doesn't matter what you have going on in your life. There's just never enough time to make everything you want to make a priority. But that's Perfect Partners, so don't miss out on that. If you're not a subscriber yet to either my blog or my newsletter, you can do that at michellesalcho.com. Remember, Michelle just has one L, but it's right here in the upper left of your screen. If I move this down, maybe you can see it a little better, maybe. Then, let's see, the weekly deals just announced today. I think this might be my favorite week. The gold shimmer ribbon is featured. The copper foil sheets, the heart pearls. There's an Abigail Rose poster, and this is a fuzzy print. The iridescent trim, that's in the mini catalog. The festive foils, that's in the mini catalog. The sweet sorbet metallic ribbon, the evening evergreen ribbon, the matte dots, the soft succulent open weave, the polished pink open weave. These are all from the annual catalog, as well as the heart pearls. The sparkle and shine sequins, I think this is in the mini. The loose flower flourishes, boy, that's kind of a mouthful. That's in the mini catalog. The gilded leafing, that's so much fun. That's in the annual catalog, and so is the pastel pearls. So these last 3 are in the big catalog. Sparkle and shine sequins, I'm pretty sure that's in the mini. So, and the deals range from, let's see if I can figure out if I can do my math. Looks like this is 10% off. Copper foil, that's 20%. 20% off the festive foils. So 10 to 20% off looks like what you can expect in the weekly deals. And again, those links are shared in my blog posts and in my newsletter that goes out. Okay, before I get to this, I have to show you this card, and it goes like this. This beautiful card was sent to me by my friend Cindy's customer. So Cindy's customer, Sue, took our watercolor class that we collaborated on, and she loved it, and loved it so much that she felt like she should reach out and share one of her beautiful cards to let me know. So I appreciate this so much. That was just wonderful feedback. And if you took the watercolor class, there's more to come. I have some rearranging to do on the web page that features all of those videos, and we're going to add some things with the watercolor pencils. So I guess when we do that, we may need to open registration back up. We'll have to talk about that. But how about this beautiful card from Sue Rose? That was lovely. Put it there to keep it out of danger. World Card Making Day is next Saturday. I can't believe that. That means it's October. And there are a few things that Stampin' Up! Is doing that day. Stampin' Up! Has an event in the afternoon. It's a Zoom that we can join in on. And they're featuring the Cottage Rose bundle, the Cottage Wreath bundle. So Cottage Rose is in the annual catalog. Cottage Wreath is in the mini catalog. And they're featuring a warm welcome bundle. Now, that may not sound familiar to you yet because it is coming in the January catalog. So here is the stamp set. You can actually purchase this right now, but after September 30th, you won't be able to purchase it until January. So here are these fun dies. We have numbers to make a nameplate for our door. This sweet little kitty. And let's see, do we have a kitty? Here's, oh my gosh, see, I haven't played with these yet, but here's the door, here's the open door. We have hearts, all kinds of fun things for this. There's a wreath. Here's the hands. Or I bet this, the shoes. Oh, how cute. Do you take off your shoes when you come into your house? We don't do that here. We probably should have. There's a die for these flowers. I want to see if this is in fact, I think this is going to be the kitten, the kitty, the cat. It is. So there's a die for the cat too. So I have measurements for cards that feature each one. And I shared that if you registered for both the Christmas Scotties and the Best Witches classes, that I would include some World Card Making Day goodies in your kit for those classes. So now, those classes, registration closed on Tuesday, but decided that since that was something that was new, some of you may have overlooked it. So I'm going to open registration back up just for today because I've got more products that I'll have to order. But in order to take advantage of both of these classes, or one or the other of these classes, and then get the World Card Making Day goodies, I just felt like that was the right thing to do. So let me show you, give you a sneak peek of these classes. So these classes are product-based classes, so you're going to get some designer series paper, some ribbon, embellishments, and then all the supplies to make 4 cards and 2 3D items. So here are the 4 cards for the Best Witches. I have colored my little witches differently on each of the 4 cards. But here's one. We brought in some bats from the Scary Cute bundle for this one. I'm having fun giving these little witches hair that is sweet sorbet. And if you've got it, you should haunt it. I love that. And then here is the 4th card. And she's awfully orange. The next time I'm going to color her, I'm going to color her Highland Heather. But I just wanted to mix it up a little bit. And then we're going to make this sweet little box and a little envelope. Now, a gift card would fit in here, or a little fun size candy bar. You know, I can't keep candy in my office because I just eat it. So, but these are the 6 projects for the Best Witches class. I think they're just too cute. Now, for the Scotties, oh my gosh, aren't we all in love with the little Scotties? I know not everybody is a fan of Halloween, but the Scotties, I think we're all in love with. So here's one of the cards from the Scotties, and you can't really see this very well because of the lighting, but I've got a little of the Jingle Bell trinkets on this. And there's probably more bling to add to this, but you might recall I typically make all of my projects before I decide what the bling is going to be. I'm leaning towards red rhinestones, so don't be surprised if that's the bling that comes. But I just love this. This is actually stamped. This is actually stamped and then punched. And then this one, you know, this is a favorite fun fold. You typically see it like this, but this time I have turned it vertical. And then this is the last one. So you might recognize that this is the Designer Series paper from the Cottage Wreath bundle. The Scotties did not have a Designer Series paper that was featured with them. So that is what I chose to use with them. Very red and black, which I'm completely in love with these. So let's go ahead and get started and make one of these projects. I already have the Scotties up on blocks, so I thought we would start with them. Does anyone want to weigh in on a particular favorite that you'd like us to make from these four? Not seeing a lot of people on just yet. No comments, just a couple of thumbs up, so thank you very much for that. I've got supplies to make any one of them, so if you have a favorite, speak up quickly. I know which one of the Halloween cards I want to make, but I didn't have a particular one specified for here. I kind of think let's make this one that is a favorite design, just turned a little sideways, and it is a case of another demonstrator, but I do not have her name handy, so I can't tell you, and I don't think I wrote it on my notes. I did not. But this is what we're calling card number 1. So let me grab some supplies for that. And of course they're not in order. Card number 1. Where's card number 1? Okay. So this is what you would get in your envelope. Okay, the envelope will be numbered to let you know to correspond with the written tutorial. Oh, Jennifer, you like this one or you want the second one? Which was the second one? Oh, shoot. Good morning, Jennifer. Okay, so which order did I have them in? I have this one. Oh, is this the one that you want to see? That's got the stamped. That would be a good one. We can do that. All right, and it, oddly enough, it is number 2, so that's the way I laid it out. Okay. Let's do it, because it is kind of fun with the stamping that we get to do for these background pieces. So that's a great pick. I'm going to need to cut a piece of Designer Series paper for it, but that is not a problem. Okay, set these aside. Either is fine. You're going to be very easy to please. Hello, Dana. Oh, no. I can't get a throat tickle this morning because I'm going to run out of a drink if I do. Okay, so this is number 2, and these are the pieces that will be in the envelope. So here's for your stamping, and then you'll cut your Designer Series paper based on what is specified in the tutorial, and you'll have a piece of scrap paper for the Scottie and the bow. And you'll have a piece of white for the inside that you could decorate as well. Okay, so let me grab this pattern. I liked this pattern for this really well. And my trimmer. And we're going to cut the DSP 3x4. I always try to cut the DSP in a way that will maximize the paper. And 3x4 lets us do that very easily. And I'm going to go ahead and cut 2 because I will need one. We're going to do a Zoom class for these 2 cards. So on the morning of October 1st, so next Saturday, we will get together in a Zoom format and put our cards together. And then we will get ready to make a road trip to Florida. Greg and Hardin and I are going to take my parents' vehicles to them. That is spring break. That's the beginning of, not spring break, fall break for Hardin. And we're going to take the cars, my dad's truck and my mom's, whatever it is. I'm going to drive those. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. We're going to take those vehicles down to them, and then we'll have a day that we can spend in Universal Studios. And I loved that. This is Mary Deathridge. I know I cased her for this. I switched it up a little bit. She had an extra layer of black that she embossed, and I just took it down a notch. But anyway, so we're going to drive their cars down probably Tuesday. Drive Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Wednesday, Thursday. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm using this as a guide to kind of leave about 1/4 of an inch, maybe a little bit more on the left. Something like that. I think that's fairly straight. I can't tell you how much it helps to have the camera right here and then be able to see it straight ahead. A lot of times I turn my camera on just to do that. I know that probably sounds a little crazy. I'll own that. Grabbing some scraps do I have enough room? I don't think I do. Okay. So we'll work with this one. And sometimes when I stamp a strip like this, I'll go ahead and make a template for the punch as well. But I haven't been doing that for these. So, all right, we're at the point that I need to pull up the Stamparatus so that we can stamp the red and the black, and it'll make sense in a second, I think. Okay, let's stamp that little woof. Actually, we can stamp that right now. So here's the woof. And these are photopolymers, so they're not so hard to line up. And this little die cut is from the Stylish Shapes. Am I getting my head? I hope I'm keeping my head out of the way. So I'm not sure what Facebook did this morning. I was kind of upset that I had forgotten to schedule this in my software, but now I'm glad that I did forget, for the simple reason that if I hadn't, I wouldn't know until like later, probably after the broadcast, that that Facebook was broken. So better to know ahead of time, I think. All right, Stamparatus. All right, I've already got the Scotty in place. Oh my gosh, it doesn't matter how big your space is either. You always end up down to one little corner. Yes, Dana, both of these kits are going to be available today, so that you can order them. And if you order both of them, then I'm going to include some supplies for World Card Making Day as well. And you might remember there's a bonus because we are celebrating, so I have a little celebration package as well that I'm going to send. And it's a big event, September, and I don't think I don't think my mom's too busy to watch, so I don't think she's watching. So I can share that I'm going to send everybody a envelope already addressed to my parents, and hope that you card making friends of mine will send them a card to their new address. So that's already going to come stamped and addressed. And we'll surprise them. That is a little, I want this to be down just a little. Actually, so I'm going to line it up right there. Hi, Jeannie. So tomorrow, I gotta tell you, tomorrow is going to be kind of a fun day. My grandson Nolan, the new baby, has a little upper lip tie, I think is what you call it, and so he's having a procedure in at Vanderbilt to kind of, they just more or less they clip it, and so Hattie is going to bring River and Hazel over about lunchtime to stay with me while they head to Vanderbilt. And then tonight, my dad, so my dad watches TV. He loves to watch TV, and he reads a lot. But tonight, the TV will be packed up tomorrow morning and put on the moving truck and head to Florida. But my dad's couch is the only piece of furniture in the house right now, and it is headed to the road for pickup tomorrow morning. So he's not going to have anywhere to sit and watch TV. So I'm inheriting my dad tomorrow too. So it is going to be nutty over here tomorrow. Feel free to stop by and share the insanity if you wish. Okay, I've already stamped this so I know where to put my little piece of paper. And what I'm sending is cut a little big, honestly. And I don't have a place to hold it in. I want the kits. Okay. All right, Dana. You might need to text me. Or catch me after the broadcast, and I'll point out the email I sent before the broadcast has the links to both of them straight to the website. And you can just Venmo one Venmo. Are you doing Friday Fun Day is next Friday. So no, that is not part of the insanity of tomorrow. The insanity tomorrow is all family. Okay, but you can see how this is a little big. We might actually trim this off. It really won't make any difference to our card. Yes, so my dad, and so many things have come over to my house from my parents' house that the dining room is completely covered up with stuff. So my job for tomorrow is also to clean off the dining room table so we have a place to stamp on Saturday, those coming for Card Club and the Sweet Candy Canes class. So today is, oh my gosh, okay, so that one didn't come out, and I'm gonna have to turn it over because it stuck to that and I'm not sure where the pattern was. I've got to turn it over. So today I'm picking up what I need for my prep for club and the Candy Canes class. And then tomorrow I'll have to be downstairs. Okay, that one is much better. All right, so then we need to clean this off, and oh my gosh, I stamped the wrong thing. Okay, I've already got one stamped in I wasn't paying attention. Shocking. I love to be busy. So I hope that you understand when I talk about that it's nuts and it's busy. I love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Okay, we actually need to stamp a black square and punch it out for our Scotty dog. So we're back to black. That is a tight fit. And if you've worked with the photopolymer stamps before, you know that the red tends to stain. They're clean, but they do stain. All right, now I'm going to put my finger down here and kind of hold it in place because I missed a little part there in the center. And I don't want to miss anything on my dog. It still looks a little light right there. And that's because it has one layer of ink, where the rest of this has a couple. But that evened it out. I'm pleased with that. All right, I'm gonna still need that red, but I better clean this off. Now I have one chamois that I have cut into 4. So this is a chamois, a simply chamois that I'm cleaning this with. I just cut it up because it is easier for cleaning the Stamparatus, and I use the Stamparatus quite a bit. And we might need to add, since I already had those on the plates, and I have the little bow that we're going to need to add in just a second. So when we take the punch for the Scotty, we're going to punch him out of here. And he does take a bit of finagling to make sure you get all his bits covered, because otherwise his little nose wants to stick out just a little far. But there, we've got him. And look, we almost have a perfect bow that we could use on something different. The last one, the first one I punched, I did get a perfect bow. And crazy, I saved it, right? All right, so there's our Scotty. Now we need one little white bow, and I know I have several of those punched also, but the wear is a little questionable. We'll punch it out of here, and then we'll line it up on the Stamparatus and stamp it as well. Okay. Now, okay, so there's that, and we can even use this as our guide, or the one I just punched. Okay, where's my? See, I had all the Scotties on blocks already. There, where's my bow? Here it is. Okay, and we'll do him down here. I do like, when I'm working with photopolymer, to push them over here away from the hinges. And that's just because they're not as thick. I'll get a cleaner image away from the hinge. All right, now I'm just going to line this up. Line up the white space, then we'll put our little punched piece in. Okay, it's not symmetrical, it's only going to go in here one way. Come on. And it's kind of tight. This is actually easier with a die cut image than it is a punch, and I don't know exactly why. But there we have our bow. Okay, so now we have all of our pieces. Let's build in. So let's see, what else have we been up to? October 1st starts the new earnings period for next year's trip. So the first thing that we do is clean up our space. So all of my stamp and storage products are here, and I have been working in my room, and I love it. This is the only room in the house that doesn't look like a little tornado hit it. In fact, I should share this little video that a friend of mine shared, TikTok I think it is. Man, it's like this woman was in my house, I felt like. My mother was kind enough to point out even the dog hair. So I'm just cutting off these pieces that are white, because it really, that little bit is not going to make a difference in our card. If anybody's looking at them that closely, they're not our people. And then I just lined them. I want to make sure I'm still on. I just lined them up so that, and that's kind of the cool thing about working with these patterns, is that you can generally use the pattern to help you out in the lining up phase of things. Put a little glue. I've got red all over me again. I was all red yesterday too. I had red on my ruler. So I'm just going to kind of line them up. Like so. It looks like I might need a new blade on my trimmer. I got a little fuzz there. And then this one. So this was square before I cut off that little piece. But I wasn't so fussy that I paid attention to where that came off. And actually on my card, I didn't take it off. It's right here on this piece, and it's down here on this piece. And there's a little extra thickness over here, and I pushed that down. All right, now for my circle, so I think I did this one a little higher than I did before. I'm not gonna worry about it, that's just fine. I will put dimensionals on it. And I just got a text message. I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. So that means that the dog is lying and he's trying to convince Greg that he hasn't been fed. You don't need this many dimensionals on it. It would hold just fine. Okay, kind of like that. Now, I'll put a little dot of, well, I'm going to do that last actually. Now, this woof, I can do that last too. I don't have to worry about him. All right. I'll put that one right in the center. And then I have this one little piece with 3 little minis to use up. So we're going to use them up. Oh, come on, peel off. Sometimes they just don't want to give up. You can use your nail to kind of create, to make it lift, or take your pick tool. I need to practice that. My friend Hope says that that is the way to go. And I know she's probably right. I have no reason to doubt her. She's awesome. And I'm just going to add this little right here, a little bit of glue there. Why didn't I go ahead and put one for his little bow? I don't know. And hang off that way. You know what? I'm going to add red rhinestones to this one so that we can see if we like that. There's his little bow. So let's see if I can find them, because that was not scripted. That's where they should be. Oh, and they are. Oh, okay. Well, somebody needs to remind me to order red rhinestones if this is what we decide. It looks like I don't have as many as I thought I did. Okay, now take your pick tool. And we'll put 2 here. And then 1 right there. Oh, I think I like them. I think I like the red better than the black. Although we might have to do, I don't know, we'll see. But that is our Scotty Dog card. Now, definitely we could stamp the inside too. Now, if we wanted to repeat this plaid, I think that's a plaid, on a dog on the inside, then we would just stamp it, punch it, and put it down flat. Maybe even use an adhesive sheet for that, but that would be cute. You could do one of the other Scotty dogs, wherever they've gone. Do one of these, in the, and then fussy cut it out. How would you do that? Oh, no. Okay, let's do that, because that's something really cool that you may not have done before. Let me figure out how I'm going to do this because, oh, I got to move it to a block. That's okay. That's all right. We can move it to a block. Gosh, does your brain ever do that to you? Just suddenly go spaz out and try to work through something? All right. Stay. So what we do is we're going to put this one on a block. And let me get everything. Let's get this little guy back lined up. We're going to put him like right there. So you could do this on the inside of your card. Yeah, you could. I had to think that through. So what we're going to do is ink up this, stamp it down. And let me back up a little bit so you can see the whole process. Okay, we need the black. So we ink up this. Now, I don't know, we just have to, tell it that it has to go on right, because there's no second chances with this. And getting the plaid even is a little tough. There's 2 places that it didn't get really well. But if you were doing this on the inside of your card and you wanted it to be flat, this is how you would do it. So we just inked up our pattern and then we stamped it on our stamp, and then stamped it over. And I know that technique has a name. I want to say that maybe it's kissing. But super cute. So that is an alternate way to, like if you wanted to do one of the dogs that doesn't have a punch, because the punch only has this dog. So that way you could do one of the other images. Am I making sense? I'm not sure. We'll just grab a block and do one of the other ones. How about that? I hope I'm not going to take up too much time. Okay, so now we have this dog, and we have this stamp. So because you can't punch it out, you'd have the devil of a time trying to you wouldn't know where to cut. And yeah, I'm kind of rocking it. Oh gosh, that is so wavy, we'd be drunk. Okay, rocking it is not good. Should have stamped that on the grid paper just for fun and giggles. Okay, we're gonna give this a go, and then we're gonna move over to the witch project that I have. I think I just dumped my sleeve in my ink. Okay, don't rock it. Come down straight, especially with this design where it would be so visible. And it's definitely tricky because that is not clean. So take a little practice. And, you know, if you had a bow or if your greeting was right there, it wouldn't matter, right? It'd be all covered up and would look super cute. It's kind of super cute anyway. But, all right. So now you've got a little technique under your belt too that was totally unplanned. That's kind of the cool part about this is that, I don't know, maybe it's not cool. Maybe I'm kidding myself. That looks like it needs a really good clean. All right, now I need to put these away to free up some blocks so that we can go on to our witch project. Yeah, you have a little film on you. And grab that. But there's several little greetings in here, so don't forget to decorate the insides and your envelopes. Okay, put that there. Now, the witch. There. I picked out, I think this one is the one I was going to show you. I've already got the pieces, so you'll cut your own DSP, but these are the pieces that are going to be in your card, plus, oh gosh, a little scrap to do the Stamp the Best Witches. And I need my eraser. It's hiding. There it is. These little mono erasers are really good for little boo-boos like that with ink. But I have it everywhere. Looking for hand sanitizer. I don't seem to have any out here. Okay, it's gonna have to dry. I just grabbed this because these are the fancy sequins in the annual catalog, and I just wanted to show you these. They're $15, but they're amazing. I love that they're in this case. There's pink and a blue and a green, and we're going to use those for the shaker card this month that's in the Candy Canes class. I meant to show those last week and I got sidetracked. I know, it's hard to believe. So this I did a little frog on the inside. Isn't that cute? So I did the deckled rectangle here, and then the inside one I stamped the little frog and colored him. So I stamped him in black. Where are you, little frog? He's been so much fun to work with. Put you there, and I used this witch. Of course, you know, use whichever witch makes you happy. Don't feel stuck. And color them. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to see how different people color them. And the frog, I've stuck to very traditional granny apple green. But now I did stamp him one time in green and then colored him in green. All right, and this little witch. I'm not going to color all of this in front of you. That would be, I mean, we've already been here for 45 minutes. I just want to show you the gist of what I've done. And I did her pretty close to the bottom because I wanted that wrap the ribbon at the top. And this metallic ribbon, Scotch tape to hold it in place on the back, because I do this in two pieces. I have one piece that wraps around and then the bow is tied with a second piece, just in case you ever wondered. And I always take, okay, I say always, that's one of those things you should not really say, isn't it? I typically use the brush end of my light smoky slate to anchor these kind of images. Nothing fancy, because you don't even notice it, but it's to anchor it so that you don't notice it. All right, then the other, so you would color these with your blends. I used on this one basic black and Parakeet Party and Rich Razzleberry. I'm not sure that I'm crazy about this two-tone dress. It kind of gives her an apron look, which is okay, but I don't know. But what I wanted to show was when you cut your DSP, these are cut to line up, right? They're gonna touch each other. I didn't leave any space. So put this big piece down first. And again, you're choosing whichever of the papers you like. I love this paper. I think I'm on my second or third pack of it because I love Halloween. Can't get to my Halloween decorations right now, but that's okay. That does not change my love of Halloween. And you might have noticed that I'm wearing a sweatshirt today. Yesterday was in the high 90s. I did ride around. I went to lunch in the convertible. That's what air conditioning is for. My husband teases and says, oh, she takes the Jeep everywhere. Well, I don't like to shuffle cars. And sometimes that's necessary if I need to get the convertible out of the garage. And sometimes the dog recognizes the keys, right? Now, this is what I wanted to show you. If I bump this in the corner, it's going to be too long on the end. So it's more important that I take it to the edges and overlap. So I'm going to overlap just the tiniest bit there. I don't know if my measurements are off, but it happened on both of these cards. So it may happen to you as well. So just bump it against the edge so that it will actually look like a single piece of paper with 3 patterns. Does that make sense? And then once you color her and wrap your ribbon around, she's on dimensionals. Then there's a scrap piece to do this, and we'll stamp it. I've just put glue under this part, put that on dimensionals, and then my frog is colored and he's down flat on this piece as well. So I hope that you all love these projects. I loved them so much that I had to make them a sneak peek for today. And I've already turned the registration back on. So if you decide you want to take this class, either one of them or both, you can register at michellesalcho.com, and I will post links to those as well. I don't know which way we're going here. What am I trying to say? So that you have all the information that you need. And if I ever don't there's not what you need, then please reach out and send me a message, an email, whatever. Reach out however you can, and I will get back to you as quickly as I can. I'm going to go pick up the prep that's been done so that I can get Card Club and the Candy Canes class all ready to ship, and plan to ship that. I'd love to tell you I'd get it out tomorrow, but I'm smart enough to know that with my father and the 2 little kids, it won't go out tomorrow, but it'll be ready for those who are coming in person on Saturday, and then should be ready to ship out to others on Monday. Those that have already registered for the Best Witches and the Scotties, those should be ready on Monday. Any new registrations, I'll place that order tomorrow morning and expedite. So the goal would be to have it ready by Tuesday or in the mail by Tuesday. Part of that will depend on when I get the box. But in any event, happy Friday Eve. I hope that you have a wonderful day and a great weekend. It's going to be lovely, low humidity, cooler temperatures here in Tennessee. And so enjoy it wherever you are. And I will see you back either Saturday if you're coming in person, next Wednesday if you're coming in person for that session. Next Thursday will be another live. And how am I going to do that? Next Thursday I'm still here. Okay, cool. Friday is Fun Friday, and World Card Making Day is October 1st. Lots of stuff on the agenda. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be quiet and let you go. It's too much to digest, but a newsletter will come out with more details. So take care, everybody. Thanks for being here.